So this is part 2 for yoga for balancing your nervous system or your quality of being, moving towards that sattvic state. So we'll return to our hands and our knees. And we'll be using our breath to guide us back in towards child's pose, but moving in and out of the pose with our breath. So if you need a longer inhalation, bring that in for uplifting your mood. If you need a longer exhalation, bring that in. So inhale, soften into your cow. Exhale, draw back towards child's pose. But again, we're in no rush to get there. Inhale, come up into your cow, lift your heart, your tail. Exhale, guide back into your child's pose. Keep it going. Again, modulating your breath, modulating your body and your practice to suit your needs. Keep it flowing, or whenever you're ready, come back and hold child's pose. Bring in support for your head if you need that. Continue to focus on your breath. Keeping it nice and even. Increasing that inhale or exhale to serve your needs. So from here, we'll be coming into some more restorative poses. The first two poses are going to be really down-regulating, really helping to calm the nervous system. So we're going to take crocodile pose. So just stretch yourself out long on your mat. Maybe you take a little stretch from fingers to toes. But then hold opposite elbows. Your feet can be as wide as your mat. Maybe you take a little rock of the thighs to soothe the psoas a little bit. And then settle your forehead down onto your forearm. Now if this pose doesn't serve you, feel free to come back into child's pose or take any of the pose that would serve you better. Continue to focus on your breath. If you find your mind is a little racy here, I'm going to invite a cross-patterning to your breath that might or might not serve you. So as you inhale next time, inhale like you're drawing up from the left side of your body, from your toe up into your mind. Exhaling, send that breath down the right side of your body. Inhaling up the right side of your body, rest awareness in the middle of your mind. And exhale, send your breath awareness down the left side. Keep that going, again, if it serves you. Either way, feel a sense of settling, calming on your exhalation. I'll just leave you in silence for a moment or two to turn inward and really experience this pose. And if this pose is really serving you, you might hit the pause button and linger here for up to 5 minutes. Or if you're ready to move on, for your toes closer together, hands under your shoulders, rest your body. When you come to a seated position, so crocodile pose is excellent, for calming an anxious mind. We're literally turning ourselves away from the stimulation of the world and turning inward. That being said, sometimes it can feel a little claustrophobic, so just know your body and know what serves you. This next one is going to be another pose to really calm a rajasic state. It's a little bit of a forward fold, which is intrinsically calming. It's a little bit of a twist and a hip opener. So because it's a hip opener, let's open our hips a little bit before we come into it. So take your legs out in front of you. Legs are bent, hands behind you, and just a nice windshield wiper action. So when that feels complete, you might stretch your legs out, give them a little shake. One of my favorite ways to release a little bit into the psoas, which can get tight when we're always on alert, is to widen our legs here and give them a little rock. Really soothing for that psoas muscle. Alright, so when that feels complete, we're going to set up for deer pose. So lots of options. I have a bolster here. If I didn't instruct you earlier, I'm sorry, you might want some pillows, a bolster, even sometimes just a block will work for me in this pose, so it just depends on what you need. So we're going to set our bolster up in front of our right thigh. The right thigh crosses in front, or leg crosses in front, the left leg crosses behind. So this can feel like a lot, but once we go into the pose, it usually lessens up. But if it feels like, not working, take your legs a little closer together. If you do that option, sometimes it's nice to place a pillow or a block in between. Whatever variation serves you. We're going to turn towards a bolster or our pillows, bed pillows, couch pillows, it all works. And then we're going to turn towards it and just lie on down. It's definitely a take your glasses off kind of pose if you wear glasses. Your head is going to naturally turn towards the left or towards the right, and you just melt. Again, if this situation isn't working for your legs, you can have them together. You can place a pillow between and just settle in this shape. So find a shape that serves you and continue to cultivate awareness of your breath. And you need that sense of completeness, of filling, lengthening your inhales, maybe holding for breath at the top? Or do you need that lengthening of the exhalation, that complete letting go? Maybe you like both. Just play with your breath till you find a breath that is serving your nervous system. Again, I'll let you just sit and marinate in this pose for a good minute or two. So you don't need to look up. You don't need to be doing anything other than relaxing into the pose and breathing. You might occasionally scan through your body. Maybe it's your shoulders that could melt a little more. Maybe it's a softness to your face that you bring in. Just notice any tension that doesn't need to be here now and let it go. And whenever you're ready, use your hands to help guide you up, very slowly. I'm going to flip myself around. You can just kind of turn to the other side. Either way, our left hip is now up close to the bolster. We can make our deer legs, or we can just be prepared for a simpler twist, whatever serves you. Just know in holding restorative poses, the mind can get active. That's part of the benefit of restorative practice, that we allow things to come up, or maybe it's a difficult sensation in the body, a difficult emotion or thought. Allow it to just be, and then witness it pass. So guide your way to the other side. You can take that twist first. The head will naturally turn towards the left or the right. Completely melt your shoulders. Find the breath that serves you best. Allow stillness to just come into your body, maybe into your mind. No judgment for whatever you experience. Whenever you're ready, slowly press your body up. And those two poses were really good for down regulating the nervous system. This next pose, it's still a restorative pose, so it is calming, but it can provide a sense of uplift for a tamasic or dull quality of being. So we're going to come into reclining bound ankle. So if we have our pillows behind us, we can just keep them right there. If you have blocks or pillows, you might also need them in this pose. We'll see how you feel. And if the support behind you just doesn't serve you, it's all good to do this pose without it. So we're going to set up so that our hips are just a little distance away from the bolster. Keep in mind, if you have back issues, sometimes it feels better to be a little further away. So again, feel into your body. We're going to lay down onto our bolster. And then once we're comfortable, the feet stay together, the knees open. I always pick up my hips and set them back down a little longer, the tailbone, to create a more spacious feeling in the low back. The arms rest by the sides, palms faced up towards the sky. It's a really good posture for anyone doing a lot of sitting at a desk. This opens the chest. Again, this is a more open, expansive, heart-opening restorative pose. Come back to your breath. Taking an even breath or prolonged inhalation for a tamasic or dull state of being, or lengthening those exhalations to calm a rajasic state of being. we might experience a sense of vulnerability, a sense of just being open and available to what is, accepting everything. Let yourself have your own experience. And whenever you're ready to come out of this posture, gently guide your knees back together. The breath. And then just gently roll. So you're off of your bolster. You might take a moment just resting on your bolster as you transition out, or your pillow. No rush. And when you're ready, press on up. Someone needed a drink of water. I love how it was freezing cold and dark when I started this practice. Now it's warm and sunny. We embrace it all. So now we're going to just take a gentle inversion before we settle into Shavasana. So for this inversion, you could use a block. I just happen to have this bolster here. Pillows work just fine. We're going to start in a supported bridge pose with our feet underneath our knees. And we can slip our block, our bolster, or our pillows right underneath the lowest part of the spine. Make sure you're comfortable. So again, the feet are still underneath the knees, the arms are down by the sides. Another little bit of a heart opener here in supported bridge. Feel free to stay right here in supported bridge if this is serving you best. Another option is to take the legs up the wall or a waterfall pose. If you have a wall, you could come to the wall, you could come to your couch, or you could just extend your legs up towards the sky. Find a comfortable place for your arms, palms up. In this pose, I tend to bring my arms up over my head. It just serves me best. But find your variation. You could have your feet back on the floor in your supported bridge pose. You could have made your way to a wall, or just be right here with your legs up. Inversions have a profound effect on our nervous system, calming our nervous system. Also helps our digestive system, our immune system. And notice all three of those systems are tied together. Stay with your your breath. This inverted action or legs up the wall pose is pretty much a pose that serves all to move back towards a socket place. So whenever you're ready, if you want to hit the pause button and linger longer, feel free. But if you're ready to come out, just bend your legs, set one foot and the other foot down into your supported bridge pose. Feel the effects. Even though this pose is calming for the nervous system, I think because it sends more blood up to the brain and to the heart, I always come out of it feeling a little bit happier. Just notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, if you have a support like me, you could just slide it down. If you have a block, you need to pick up your hips and slide it out. But I can just slide this down here and prepare for Shavasana. Bring in the support that you need as you move into Shavasana. Pillow bolster underneath the thighs if you need a little support underneath your head. If you're feeling rajasic or still have a little edge of anxiety about you, sometimes it's really good to weight your body. So weighting your body down with a heavy blanket can be particularly calming for the nervous system. I'm going to come out so that I can read to you. But I encourage you to just stay here and rest. Scan through your body, releasing any lingering tension across the face. Our face tells a big story about the state of our nervous system. So could you soften your face, even as you rest here in Shavasana, and turn up the corners of your lips. Could you relax across your chest, your heart? Soften the hips. Soften the bone. Even in Shavasana, if you're feeling like you need to be lifted up, feel the lightness of your inhalations, like you could float right up off the floor. If you need to be grounded, feel the weight of your exhalations, the weight of your bones, grounding you right. And as you settle into Shavasana, I'd like to offer you an inspiring reading from Lisa Wimberger, New Beliefs, New Brain. Our lifespan is merely a blip on the screen of vast Earth and space history. We have a choice in how we want to spend that precious time. Some of us yield to pain, punishment, stress, and anxiety. Others find it hard to choose joy, love, and compassion. Yet sometimes we must fight our own selves to assess joy. Still, most of us don't even realize it's a choice at all. I urge you to get out of your own way and recognize your own potential and power to choose, so that you may experience the master within you, the part of you that no longer surrenders to your negative beliefs or destructive self-talk. Albert Einstein said, "We have to do the best we can. This is our sacred human responsibility." Our brains are wired to prefer predictability and certainty over instability and uncertainty. Each time we encounter the unknown, we need extra resources, patience, and compassion to navigate without defaulting to fear. While the brain prefers predictability, the one thing it can ironically predict is that nothing is truly predictable. As humans, we have the task of experiencing this dichotomy with as much pain or grace as we decide. It is a choice. You are not alone. You are in good company. You are entirely capable, and you deserve grace. You might choose to linger a little longer in Shavasana, or prepare to rise up for a short pranayama meditation practice. So moving your body in a way that serves you, maybe stretching from fingers to toes, circling the wrists, circling the ankles, rocking the head from side to side. Allowing yourself to roll to your left or right side. Cradle your head, supporting yourself like you truly matter and deserve grace and support.